Good morning everyone and welcome back to my vlog. I would call this one of my day off vlogs, but apparently every day is a day off at the moment. I've been on a 3-week break between semesters from college, and every day is like Groundhog Day. So today I'm going to vlog to you about COVID in Canada. So first of all, I am just starting my day with a coffee because I can't go without a coffee. So I am just using my coffee machine, and I am going to eat in a second my overnight oats. So I've been trying to get healthy. So my overnight oats I have made with half a cup of rolled oats, half a cup of milk, a tablespoon of plain yogurt, and a teaspoon of peanut butter, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and I've got blackberries in today's one. And I just make it the night before, cover it in cling film, put it in the fridge, and then it's ready for me to eat in the morning. So I'll have my coffee, have my breakfast, and then update you on COVID in Canada. And the sun is out, yay! So I think it's gonna get about, I guess, 15, 16 degrees today, but that is a win-win for me because the sun is shining and it makes me feel happy and I can sit outside. Okay, so welcome from my garden out here. So this is the first day that I've actually sat out in the garden in the morning because the sun is shining and it makes me feel so much better. So currently today is May 12th and we are still in lockdown here in Canada. So I'm just going to talk to you about the dramas of, well, not dramas, but the issues of moving to Canada during a global pandemic from the UK. So at the moment I'm looking at all of my friends' Facebook posts from the UK and seeing that everyone is kind of going back to life as normal, and here it's like we are completely different and it feels like 2020 all over again where I am in Innisfil in Ontario in Canada. So last year in the UK, obviously everything went full lockdown where we could only go out get groceries and only go out for exercise and you weren't allowed to mix with anyone. We are living that exact same thing here in Canada. So I think that the difference between Canada and the UK is that the UK got there early and vaccinated lots of people, and Canada have had major delays in actually rolling out the vaccination process. Saying that, however, I have had my first COVID vaccination. So at the beginning of April, I managed to qualify and get my first shot, which I had the Pfizer vaccination. Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have any issues with it. So 2 weeks after having my first vaccine, I had a funny looking rash appear on my leg. First of all, I sort of felt my leg. I thought maybe there was something down my leggings, and then it was like a bump and I thought, oh my god, there's a spider, because I'm terrified of spiders. And I pulled my leg up and then it was all wet, and I realised that I had like a blister appear, and then the blister had leaked when I'd touched it. And from that, I thought, oh, maybe I just got an insect bite or something. Maybe there was a spider, maybe I pushed it out and maybe it bit me. But from that, I then got a horrible looking rash. I might add the picture later of it when it looked its worst, but you might have to look away if you're a bit squeamish because it did not look nice. So I ended up having to go to the urgent care clinic out here, and luckily, because I'm a international student, I have two kind of insurance policies. I'm not covered by OHIP, which is like the health card that you get out here, but what I do have is something called Guard Me Insurance and Canada Life Insurance. I get both of them as part of the fees that I pay to the Georgian College for my semesters. So that covered me to go to the doctors and then for medication. So the first time I went, I had 2 doctors look at my leg. They were a bit baffled, but said that it was to do with the vaccine, and they thought that it was vaccine-induced shingles. So they then put me on antiviral medication. I was on that for, say, a week, and it wasn't getting any better. In fact, it was looking worse, and the sore on my leg was really gaping and oozing. It was gross. So I then went back in because I was like, this isn't right, and my leg was really irritating me. And they then I saw 2 different doctors. And when I say I saw 2 doctors, that's because each time one doctor was never quite sure, so they always had to bring another doctor in for a second opinion, which makes you feel really comfortable that no one knows what the hell is going on with you. And the second time round, they said, oh, well, the antivirals didn't work, so we're going to put you on antibiotics and then like a cream as well. And that did clear it up. Now, I still at the moment have kind of like a scar on my leg and sort of marks from where the rash was. I mean, that's just me. So you will see now. Everybody back at home who is watching my videos because they want to see Canada and the great outdoors and see what an amazing lifestyle it is, I promise you, if you keep watching, you will see that kind of stuff. It's just at the moment I've moved in the middle of a global pandemic, and there is a stay-at-home order, so it's not like we can go out, explore, show you lots of videos of all of the fun we're having. At the moment, we're staying at home. So if I was to vlog to you every day, you would see me sat on the sofa, sat on the dining table, at the moment sat outside because the sun's out. So you will see some stuff, but at the moment I'm just going to be completely real with you and give you a bit of an insight into the reality of moving during COVID. So, stay-at-home order is in effect, I think, until May 20th. So that would make it 6 weeks in lockdown. Now, since moving to Canada, we came in on the 9th of January, which was my birthday, and that was a stay-at-home order. So we were completely locked down then. But of course, because we were new here, we had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So that didn't really make any difference to us anyway, because we had to stay in. After the quarantine was up, I think we had another week or 2 weeks of lockdown, and then we were out of lockdown and we were able to explore, and the schools opened. Taylor started his school around here, which was great, and it was great for him and it was great for me. Now, I am not a bad mum, I am a good mum, but I am hoping that all of the mums out here can sympathise. I'm not a teacher, and Taylor is now, all of the schools in Ontario have been closed, and Taylor is now home school learning. Now, oh my God, I thought I was a calm person, but this has tipped me over the edge. Now, I have been stressed beyond belief with the mum, how do I do this? How do I do this? Long division. I mean, I can use a calculator and show you what I'm doing and the answer, but do I remember what I did back in school? I mean, I'm 34. I left school a long time ago. Do I remember all of the calculations that I used? No. He's learning French. I never learned French. I learned Spanish. So all of the mum, I can't do it. And then every minute of the day, he wants to go on recess. And I say to him, Taylor, every day is a recess because you don't have school. You are doing school from home, and oh, the stress. And I feel for all of the parents that have chosen to have their kids not go to school because there was a choice. So you either, when the schools were open, you could either send your kid to school or keep them home, because I guess some people are more scared of COVID, so they keep their children home to keep them safe. I feel for you and have utmost respect, because I could not be a teacher. I 100% know that. When I was younger, I thought, oh yeah, that would be a really nice job to be a teacher. No, 100% no, I would not do it, and I do not want to do it now, and I do not want to do it ever. So please, I was even considering writing a letter to Justin Trudeau and Doug Ford and begging them, please reopen the school, because at the moment, I'm on a 3-week break, as I said earlier, between my semesters. So I finished my first semester at college, as of next week, I will be in my second semester. Now, on my break, that's when Taylor has been sent home to do homeschool learning, and when I'm doing nothing every day, yes, I can sit down with him, make sure that he's doing it okay. But come next week, when I'm fully back into my second semester, I've got to knuckle down and do my work. It's going to be really, really hard to concentrate when Taylor is sat there going, Mum, Mum. And I'm like, ask the teacher. But the kids do not like to go on and say to the teacher, I don't know how to do it. They would rather bug their mum and dad and say, Mum and Dad, please help me, when we are not teachers. Now, enough of that. Now, the other thing that I will say is just to be completely open and honest and say that COVID has completely exacerbated, if that is the right word, or if even that is a word, people's mental health issues. Now, this is kind of a taboo subject and not many people like to be open and talk about it, but that is where you will find me completely different. I am very honest and very open. If I think something, then I will tell you. I won't sugarcoat everything. I will be completely honest and open. So I have never struggled with my mental health before COVID. During COVID, I don't know what has happened, but all of a sudden I am getting this overwhelming feeling of being depressed. Now, I had this in England just before we came, and I kind of put that down to a mixture of it being COVID. I couldn't go out and enjoy the time with my friends because I remember December 2019, before 2020, me and my friends went out for our Christmas meal and we all pulled a month out the hat because there's a group of 12 of us. We all pulled a month out the hat and said on that month we would organise a big get together, go out, weekend away with our friends, and obviously because of COVID none of that happened. We didn't get to enjoy any of that. So that was point one to get down about. Point two, COVID, it's scary, everyone's panicking, you kind of feel that it will start and then go away very quickly, and that never happened and it's still here now. The third point is that we had planned this big move and we had decided in the January of 2020 that we were going to put everything and put our all into moving to Canada, and then we had to sell the house. We had to try and get it all to tie in at the right time because I didn't want the house sale to go through when we were in Canada and we weren't there to sort everything out, and I had the stress of the house. Were we going to get the visa? Were we going to sell the house? Because we actually sold the house before we got our visa approved, so we could have then just wasted all of our effort. So there was reasons for me feeling like that when I was in the UK before I come here. But now I've come here and I've still had these overwhelming feelings of sadness, and it's not because of Canada or anything I dislike, because I don't dislike Canada. I love Canada from the little that I've seen since being here. It's just COVID and you can't get out, and how am I supposed to network and meet friends and go out for coffees and go out for lunch with people? You can't. So don't get me wrong, I have met some amazing people out here, and I have got a really, really good friend who lives 5 doors down from where I'm living at the moment, and I spend quite a lot of time with her and her family because we're in the same street, we're in the same bubble. But we can't go out and do anything different. We can just socialise outside of people's houses, and that's about the extent of the excitement goes. And I think it's just sort of, it gets you down thinking that I want to explore and I come here and I want to do all of these different things, and then the weather doesn't help because since the lockdown has started here, the weather has got miserable because it was April and it was April showers, and then the beginning of May has been a bit cold and hit and miss. Today I feel completely different because the sun's out, and I think that that really helps. And I think even if we get locked down into the summer and the sun is out, I can still sit in the garden, be with nature and completely relax. So the sun has definitely helped me. Now in Canada, as I have said in previous videos, there are many shops that you can get weed. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I've turned into a weed smoker. What I'm going to tell you is about CBD oil. Now, I have read up about this before I'd even moved to Canada. I don't do drugs, I've never been into any of that. I'll have the occasional glass of wine or cocktail in the summer, but not drugs. Now, I did notice that one of the girls that I know on Facebook has used CBD oil for her dog. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a dog, but she has used CBD oil for her dog, and her dog had cancer and her dog had tumours, and she was using this oil and the tumours were disappearing, and it had marvellous effects. And because of that, I then researched into CBD oil, and it was saying that lots of people use that and it gives completely different benefits from using it, and you can get you can use it for anxiety. I don't have anxiety, but you can use it for anxiety, depression, anything like that, and it's pure CBD oil. So when I first got here, I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a try. So I asked my cousin, who I lived with, to come with me into the weed shop, and complete virgins to that kind of thing. We went in there looking completely out of place because everyone was going in there just to pick up, I guess, their bag of weed or whatever they were doing. And we went in and I explained what I was looking for, that I was looking for the CBD oil, and I told her why and what I wanted to try it for. And they had like iPads in there. It reminded me that you're in like Argos. So you're in an Argos superstore and you've got a tablet in front of you and you can scroll through all of what they've got. It was absolutely nuts. But I had no idea. She said, did I want to use the tablet? I don't even know what I'm looking for at this stage of the game. I just am interested in wanting to try something different and something natural, because although you might say that's not natural, it is natural. It's a natural plant and it is a natural oil from the plant. Now, there are different types of things that you can get. I have learnt that there is CBD oil and then there is something called THC. Now, the THC is what you would take to get you high. So they asked me, did I want THC? Did I want to feel high? And I said, definitely not. I do not want to go through my day feeling high as a kite. I just want to feel chilled and I want to feel relaxed. So I ended up getting something with no THC, just pure CBD oil. And it comes with a little syringe, and you literally I think it's like 1 ml of the liquid, and you put it underneath your tongue in the morning, or you can do it in the morning and evening. I've just been doing it once a day when I remember, just to make you it just makes you feel a little bit better. Now, I'm not promoting drugs, I am just telling you what my experience of Canada and CBD oil is. So another issue that I have had out here, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, is I have had issues with Simba since we have moved from the UK to Canada. So I don't know if it's the plane and all of the trauma of moving and getting on a plane, and he's quite a nervous dog. I don't know if that has affected him, but we've had some really sort of hard issues with him coming over here. So in the UK, we did go through a stage when he was a puppy. He was absolutely fine, he was comfortable. I used to take him with friends and they'd have dogs, and then as he got a bit older, he started to become nervous, and his nerves would turn into aggression, fear aggression. So I took him to a few dog training classes in England, but that never worked out because they always wanted to revert back to obedience training and walking around a field on my own, and that wasn't the issue. Simba is super obedient. He will sit, he will stay, he will wait, he will do anything. But the issue was confronting other dogs, and nobody ever put him in a situation where he was with another dog to see what I was experiencing. Coming over here, it's elevated it, like 10 times worse, and I can't even go for a simple walk around the streets with him without, as soon as there's another dog coming, he's lunging, the hackles go up, he's aggressive, and it's hard work for me because Scott is working all the time at the moment. He's working full-time, so he's not here to walk him. It's down to me. And if I am struggling to walk him, that makes me sad, and then that affects everything again, and I'm feeling really bad. And I can't let Taylor walk him because Simba is such a strong dog and he would have Taylor over in an instant. So we've had to go into dog training. So I've signed up with a guy in Innisfil, Eli's dog training. Now he is a ex-policeman from Israel, and he trains dogs. Now if you saw his dogs, you'd be like, wow, he is the Caesar Milan of Canada. He is his dogs are off the lead, and they will literally walk next to his side, looking, waiting for their next obedience call, and it's mental. Simba is nothing like that. But after one session with him where he was lunging at the dogs, because this guy brings his German Shepherds into the class, Simba was lunging at them. By the end of the class, Simba was off the lead with his 2 German Shepherds. It was crazy. However, I am still trying to master walking Simba by myself. So we've established that it seems to be a me thing, so I don't know if he's being protective of me or thinks I'm not an alpha, so he has to be the alpha when he's with me, because at the moment my friend's son is walking Simba every day, and he walks past loads of dogs and Simba doesn't bat an eyelid. So it's not that Simba's a super aggressive dog, he's a super aggressive dog when he's with me. So I am doing my best, but that's one thing I can do in lockdown, is train to become the dog's alpha. But I've gone through all sorts of issues with Simba, and there's been tears and everything, because I thought, am I going to have to rehome him? I've spent all this money, you've seen, I've spent all this money. He's flown over to Canada, and now I'm in a position where I can't walk my own dog because I'm not strong enough. Now, the classes involve a bit of both, a balance between sort of corrections and positive reinforcement. The thing that I struggle with is the corrections, where you have to pull them. When the dog trainer pulls him, he really notices it and is super obedient when the dog trainer's around. When I try to correct him, he doesn't notice it. So I'm obviously not yanking him hard enough, but at the same time, he's my baby, and that is completely the issue. And everyone at home is like, there's your problem. He's your baby and not a dog. So that is what I've got to work on with Simba. But in the meantime, I've tried everything. Now, the dog trainer did say to me to protect myself, because if I'm walking him and he lunges and wants to attack another dog, maybe I should try an e-collar. So I bought an e-collar. I don't like it. So I'm sure there's loads of people, and I've been told that an e-collar can be a really, really good training tool, but I do not feel comfortable using it. It's got a beep and a vibrate. I would feel comfortable using that, but the shock part, I just don't like inflicting pain. I want to work towards a different way where I can try and get him to do things positively and have a positive experience walking, rather than a negative one where I'm shocking him or yanking him. But that is something that we'll have to work on, and hopefully I can salvage this and pull it back and become a canine leader, because otherwise it's going to be really sad if I can't do all of these things with Simba, and he's our family dog. So as you can see, there have been a lot of negative things happening on my journey, but I do promise that there will be some good times, and I am having a really nice time here, and Canada is a lovely place, and I will be able to get out and explore and show you all of the wonderful places. But you are seeing a true life, completely open and honest version of my experience moving to Canada. And today I feel in a better mood, as I said, because the sun's out. So in a bit we are going to go and get the pool opening kit from one of the pool shops, and we are going to start to open the pool to try and have the pool open this weekend because the warmer weather is coming. So I'm sure that there will be many vlogs down at the pool in the weeks to come, and hopefully when the COVID lockdown lifts, which is supposed to be the 20th of May, however they have said that it could be extended for a further 2 weeks, which, because they've mentioned it, probably means that the government is going to extend it to the 2nd. So after that time, hopefully we will be able to get out, depending on what restrictions are lifted. Hopefully we'll be able to get out and show you some other places and start traveling around Canada. Okay, so another thing that I have tried during this lockdown to try and make myself feel better is a diet app called Noom. Now, I think I said to you in one of my last vlogs, I am not happy with my weight right now, really not happy. I've never been this heavy in my life, and I don't eat a great deal, so I don't eat loads of the wrong things. I don't snack on junk food and fast food and anything like that. I think it is just a case of stress and being sat down, and having nowhere to go, and not like in my last job where I was walking around constantly. I don't have that. It's a very sedentary lifestyle right now. So I have joined an app called Noom, and one of my friends that I've met, my friend from 5 doors down, she's doing the diet with me. Now, it's not a normal diet. It's not one of these fad diets where you lose loads of weight instantly and then as soon as you finish that diet you put it back on. This is all about it's like a psychology app for weight loss. So you input your weight that you are now, input the weight that you'd like to be, and it is a gradual process. So I think that I will apparently hit my desired weight by, I think, June or July, which is fine. I'm happy with that. I'm taking it slow. The main thing about it is making yourself aware of the calories that you're taking in every day. So I haven't done this since I was a kid, but calorie count. So whatever I drink, whatever I eat, then I would log it, and then it tells me if I've got enough calories for anything else. Now, when I first started it 2 weeks ago, I realised that the majority of my calories I was drinking, and I don't mean alcohol, I mean in Tim Hortons coffees. My favourite French vanilla, they are not good on the calorie count. So where I wasn't eating all of the junk food, but I was drinking my French vanilla and my constant coffees from Starbucks or Timmy's, that was where I was racking up all of the calories. So I've already changed. I am not drinking as much coffee. I was consuming about 6 cups of coffee easily a day. I've got it down to probably 2. So I have one when I first wake up in the morning, and I'll have one at some point during the day, but I've really cut it down. I would always have sugar with my coffee, and I have now changed. So instead of putting milk in my coffee, sorry, the sun's getting bright. Instead of putting milk in my coffee, I have been buying like coffee creamers, but not cream, because the cream's really fattening. So last week I was using a Starbucks cinnamon dolce coffee whitener, and this week I'm using a French vanilla coffee whitener, but they are only between 35 and 40 calories per tablespoon, and my coffee is 0 calories. So that works out a lot better. That's Taylor. That works out a lot better than consuming my sugar and my coffee cream or my French vanilla from Timmy's. And I have then been trying to do exercise. So last week or the week before, I started the Couch to 5K with my friend. We went on free runs, but then the weather got really bad, so we were trying to think of, we still wanted to do exercise because it makes you feel better when you do exercise, but we didn't want to go for a run in the rain. Now, I'm not that dedicated to run when it's hammering it down with rain. So we have also been doing a mixture of Zumba. So like just on YouTube, on the big TV in the lounge, been doing Zumba, yesterday me and my cousin did a class called bar, which is apparently some like a sort of ballet thing, but it wasn't. It was mental. So anybody who's a ballet dancer, I salute you, because literally my buttocks hurt. I've got muscles in my back that I didn't even know I had that are hurting today. It was only 20 minutes long, and it was hardcore. So I salute you, all of you dancers, but I am on a mission. So I haven't lost a great deal of weight. I have lost 6 pounds so far within 2 weeks, but that is a gradual loss that I will keep off rather than keep fluctuating up and down, up and down. Now my only thing that I need to work on now is my water intake. So I've set my task for drinking 8 glasses of water a day, and I think I've only hit that once in the 2 weeks. So that is what I need to work on, is my water intake. Instead of drinking or eating, I just kind of don't, and I need to get into the habit of drinking more water, because if I drink more water, I'm going to flush my body through and lose more weight by drinking the water. But I'll keep you updated and let you know how it goes. So far I've been doing it for 2 weeks, so I got a free trial for the first 2 weeks. After that, it then said that the payment would be $159 for I think 3 or 4 months. I then said that I was going to cancel, and they then gave me like a last minute offer. Would you like to continue for $19 a month, cancel anytime? And I went ahead with it, because for $19 cancel anytime, it's worth me doing. But I'll keep you updated and let you know how that goes. Hopefully I will be a skinny mini by the time the summer comes around, and I will feel much better about myself in a bikini. At the moment I'm in the garden, and I've got a kind of dress on, but I've got my legs out because I'm trying to get some sun, because at the moment I look like a moomin. And if you don't know what a moomin is, Google it. Everyone should know what a moomin is, but that's what I'm looking like right now. If I didn't have the sunglasses on and my hair wasn't here, you probably wouldn't see me. I'd be transparent. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed watching my vlog, and please continue to keep watching. It won't all be negative, I promise. There will be some positive things. We do have a bit of positive news to share into it. So as I've said in my previous vlogs, Scott is waiting for a job in the corrections, which is like the prison service out here. He has had an email yesterday or the day before to say that he just needed to sign one more thing for his vetting, and that will be then his vetting complete. So that's the last thing we're waiting for him to then be posted within the prison service. And then once that happens, we will know what the kind of rest of our future here will look like, because we would have to start considering where we are going to live. Not now, not this year, but come next year, where we're going to move to, and where we're going to start house buying, or if we are still completely priced out of the market, then we might wait and rent somewhere. But it's all exciting, and it's all stuff to come. So things will start happening for us. It's just COVID. COVID, you can get lost now, because I'm so over it. Like 2020 and 2021, I don't think anyone thought it would still be around. But thanks for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe and keep watching.